Now, the investigation into those two mail bombs sent to the U.S. from Yemen is widening. U.S. officials say two bombs found inside cargo packages were designed to blow up airplanes. It's also being reported that one of the packages found in Dubai made it onto two different passenger aircraft before being found. Now, there is no specific information on what those two flights were. A second package, though, containing powerful explosives was found on a plane at an airport in England Friday. U.S. officials say an al-Qaeda bomb maker has been linked to the plot. The 28-year-old man is believed to be in Yemen, where the plan is thought to have originated. With more on this now, we're joined from Washington by Vernon Grose, an aviation safety and security expert. Thank you for joining us, sir.
You're welcome, Jacqueline.
What do you make of this revelation that this Dubai package, which was a working bomb, as we now know, did make it onto two passenger aircraft before it was found?
Well, I think we are not looking for them unless they're hand-carried, and so most of our security is basically scanning people that are boarding the airplane, and this is perhaps a new wrinkle to use cargo aircraft instead of passenger aircraft to transport the bomb.
A new wrinkle, but is it a new concern? Because I would, say to you that the British Airline Pilots Association is being very vocal. They're saying, look, we were warning about the security loopholes with cargo for a while. What do you make of what they're saying, and why have we not been doing more in screening cargo?
Well, I think, first of all, they're right that the cargo is not screened hardly at all. And the reason for that probably is the cost of setting up the system, undoubtedly, and they're watching too much just the boarding passengers rather than the cargo. And if you look at an airport, almost any airport, there's a very little security of the people working right around the aircraft themselves. Mm-hmm. And I think they're a golden opportunity for terrorists to get material aboard the cargo section of an aircraft.
So is this series of incidents the game changer? Will it change anything? Some people say, the cost of checking every single piece of cargo, that's just not viable.
Well, I don't think it is, and we're a free society, and it's being tested as to how much freedom we want to forfeit to have security. Using aircraft is kind of unusual anyhow, in the sense that it cannot be guaranteed it's going to be at a certain place at a certain time. So it has to be generally accompanied, as it was in the case of the Christmas bombing attempt in Detroit. However, this one was unaccompanied, apparently.
Mm-hmm. So is it a game changer in the sense that we now know terrorists have a capability to remote detonate these bombs on aircraft?
They do, and most of them are detonated either by a time charge, and that's not always predictable from their end because they don't know where the aircraft's going to be. If they're going to have it so that it's where the aircraft they want the aircraft to be, and particularly for an airburst over a city like Detroit or perhaps, hopefully not Canada, but wherever they want an airburst, then they're going to have a way to guarantee the detonation of the device at the right time.
But regardless, many people make the point that it's not viable to screen every piece of cargo. But what's the alternative? Because either you spend money there, some would say, or you face the prospect of bankrupting the airline industry. Are people going to travel?
Well, we're faced in a free society again with the amount of ratcheting down of freedom that we want to accept. If we could do this, undoubtedly, technically or otherwise, but it would certainly be a very costly thing, and it would certainly slow down air commerce if they're using cargo aircraft or air traffic for passenger airplanes as well. So I think the answer is that we're going to have to probably be more strict than we've been, and that's going to cost more, and it's probably going to slow down traffic as well.
What about the onus on a country like Yemen, where we understand these packages originated? What's being done on their end to make sure that these packages are not exported from the country?
Well, I think at least the United States' relationship with Yemen is touch and go in a sense, because I've heard they don't even have street addresses in the cities there. So tracing things is a lot more difficult. And at the same time, they're harboring, evidently, terrorists who have the capability to bring these bombs into existence. So we have to work out diplomatically, and we're going to have to negotiate certainly other aspects of this beside the air traffic aspect of it.
All right, aviation safety and security expert Vernon Grose, we appreciate your time.
You're welcome.